What's going on, YouTube? You're now rocking out with Total Payout Podcast. It's your host, Trouble, on March 4th, 2026. Great Wednesday, hump day. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and start this episode off with obviously eating that crow from yesterday. We went 0-2. 0-2, not good. We had the Detroit Pistons money line over the Cleveland Cavaliers, and we have Philly +8 over San Antonio. Detroit had a chance to win that game. 3-point shooting is gonna be that their Achilles heel. They're not. I don't know if they're gonna be able to get all the way to the promised land because they don't have enough shooters. They don't even play the shooters they traded for. As far as the Philly game, they man, I don't even want to go there. I'm just gonna leave it alone. I'm gonna leave it alone. I don't know what that was. Bad pick, bad pick, bad pick. But we're gonna go ahead and move on, man. Get past it and try to get that back. Got one player in the NBA. I'm gonna go ahead and do a straight bet on the NBA, and then I'm gonna just throw out there a three-leg total parlay in college. So one straight bet in the NBA, and then a three-leg total parlay in college. So the NBA game we're going with today is going to be the Atlanta Hawks on the road against the Milwaukee Bucks. Now this is their second meeting of the season. They did play January 19th, so about a week ago, a couple days ago. They were in Atlanta in that game. Milwaukee was a +1.5 dog. They did win by 2, 112, 110, and went under 231.5. Now, head to head, Milwaukee has been beating Atlanta 6-4 straight up against the spread last 10, 6-4. Like I said, straight up and against the spread last 10, both 6-4, and then the under is also 6-4 last 10, so 6-4 across the board. Now Atlanta's profile, they're 17-15 straight up away from home, 18-14 against the spread away from home, 5-1 against the spread their last 6, 5-1 straight up their last 6. They are 5-13 their last 18 in Milwaukee, so they're on a heater right now. But going into Milwaukee, they don't play as good as we would obviously if you like Atlanta, you will want them to be playing. Also, they're 1-6 their last 7 versus Milwaukee's division, the Central Division. Atlanta is 4-1 against the spread last 5 on Wednesday. Now Milwaukee's profile is 2-4 against the spread last 6, 2-4 straight up last 6. They're 13-5 straight up last 18 at home versus Atlanta. And so that's obviously great, like we said. Atlanta doesn't do good in Milwaukee. Now Milwaukee is 0-6 last 6 in March. So in March Madness, Milwaukee does not show up there. I don't know what's going on. They sleepwalk. 0-5 last 5 as a favorite as well. So I think they're -1 right now, 1.5, depending on where you're looking. -120 on the money line. I think -120, 25 on the money line, depending on where you're shopping at. They are 9-4 against the spread last 13 on Wednesday, so they do show up on Wednesdays. Milwaukee, obviously, just like Atlanta, so that they kind of cancel each other out. Now, my personal line on this game, like I said, Milwaukee's a 1.5 point favorite. I have Atlanta -1, so obviously I'm tipping my hat again. I'm going with Atlanta money line. I'm gonna go with Atlanta money line, even money. 1 point. You know what I'm saying? If I lose by 1, well, it wasn't meant to be. I'm gonna take Atlanta money line on this game on the road against Milwaukee today. Now with the college games, like I said, it's gonna be a 3-pick parlay. Just a quick little rundown on the games. Just as far as the teams that I like on the over, I got Youngstown State going over 142. I got George Washington going under 158, and then I got Villanova, the game in Villanova, going over 135. Just a quick little note. Youngstown State, they are 7-2 over their last 9 away, and then they're also 9-0 their last 9 as a dog. Robert Morris, which is who they're going against, is 9-2 over their last 9 in March. So, I just look at that number. I think it was at like 142. My personal total is at 151, 9 points. Like I said, I usually like to be around 6 to 7 points over a total if I'm going over. or at least 5 to 6 points under that total. I'm thinking about taking it under for my personal line. I think they have it at like I said, 142. I got it 151. So hopefully we can go ahead and have them go true to form and go over that 142. Now the George Washington game, I got that under. That is 158 points. The series, they're 4-6 to the under their last 10 against each other. Now in their last 10, that highest total they had was 148. So this is 10 points more than what their highest total has been against each other in their head to head is 148, 10 points under. My personal total, I have it at 151. So I'm gonna go ahead and take that under. That's a good 7 points, 6.5. I think I seen a 157.5, 158. I got it at 151. So we're gonna shoot for that game to go under, and they're gonna stay true to their DNA. Because like I said, they're 4-6 to the under, and the highest total they had was 148. This could be a season where everybody's scoring a lot more, but been going good by just looking at the DNA of these teams playing against each other. When we see they're overreacting with these 10 point over the what they're normally getting on their totals against each other, we're shooting under that, man. Now the last one, like I said, was Villanova over 135. Now the Villanova game against DePaul, Villanova 6-4. Their series is 6-4 to the over against this number at 135. Their last 10. Also Villanova is 7-3 to the over. Their last 10. DePaul is an under team. Unfortunately, they're 3-7 to the under their last 10. Villanova is 17-12 to the over overall. But like I said, DePaul is a horrible under. 10-19 to the under. I'm taking this over more as a gut call. It's a low total. I understand. Like I said, I just read out DePaul's kind of unders that kind of look at it and be like, man, I don't know, but they got it at 135. My personal total come out to 145. I just gotta take a shot at the 10 point over. I gotta take a shot, so it's not really, like I said, this is just a little parlay. It's not me, I did my homework on it. I'm not saying, oh yeah, guaranteeing anything, but I just think that those numbers are overreaction. I can see them looking at DePaul, looking at the series. They have some stinkers in there. They have some overs in there, but they have some stinkers in there where they didn't touch 120. So it's gonna be one of them games where we hope Villanova can run away. You would expect it. DePaul is a lot better than they usually have been in the past, but we want them to actually try to have some offense. Let's put up 65 points, and Villanova covers with an over 70. Mid 70s, high 70s, and we go ahead and get that over. So like I said, we got the straight bet. We're gonna take Atlanta money line on the road to go ahead and beat Milwaukee. We know Giannis is back. We know Milwaukee got a couple additions. I just think that this team's gonna take a step or two back for a couple games. With Giannis coming back, they want to watch Giannis. You know how it goes. They watch Giannis. Giannis is rusty. Atlanta's, to me, playing good, 4-game win streak. They've been covering. They've been balling. I just think that they're like a game right in front of Milwaukee for the playoffs, for the play-in. So I just think that Atlanta's gonna show up and try to take advantage of Milwaukee just being a little discombobulated since they were on that streak. They've been kind of going backwards, and I think they're just gonna take maybe 1 or 2 more steps back before they take a couple steps forward. Now, on the little parlay, like I said, just a little totals that I have for college that I like. I got the over Youngstown State Robert Morris game. I just think that game goes over. I got the George Washington game going under. I'm sorry, the Youngstown State is over 142. And then I got George Washington going under 158 points. And then I got Villanova and DePaul going over 135 points. So, like I said, I want to thank you guys once again for tuning in to Total Payout Podcast. It's your host, Trouble. And like I said, we want to thank you guys for tuning in. Please give me a like, comment, and subscribe at the end of this video. Appreciate you guys' time. You have a great one.